It gives me great pleasure to be here today and attend the handover ceremony of China Aid Roof Restoration Project. This roof restoration project once again demonstrates China's firm support to the social and economic development of Dominica, to the post-hurricane reconstruction of Dominica, as well as to Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Excellency's vision of Build Back Better and build the first climate resilient country in the world. It has been more than 1 year after the Hurricane Maria, but I still clearly remember the tragic scene at that time. On the evening of September 18th last year, when the hurricane struck this island, the roof of my official residence was instantly destroyed and the embassy building was damaged. I also witnessed the devastating damage it brought to this beautiful nature island. More than 90% of the homes in this country were damaged, and the most serious damage are the roofs, leaving hundreds of people homeless. In the time of the difficulties, the Chinese government and the people stood closely with our Dominican friend. Just 10 days after the Hurricane Maria, the Chinese government signed the agreement with UNDP to donate $3 million, which were used for the procurement of roof materials. Tools and basic equipment for the restoration of roofings, which are most urgent buildings in Dominica after the impact of Hurricane Maria. The roofs not only provide a physical shelter in wind and rains, it also gives people a sense of security psychologically. We are happy that the project has now been completed and achieved a great success, benefiting about 500 homes across the country. 6 buildings at the Princess Margaret Hospital, 5 medical centers, 2 schools, and 6 buildings at the Dominica State College. Ladies and gentlemen, there is an old saying in China, as one fence needs 3 stakes. Usually the one fence needs 3 stakes, and a good guy needs 3 fellows. This is a Chinese proverb. Although this project is aided by China, I do want to say that without the joint efforts of various parties, it can't be completed successfully. I would like to take this opportunity to express my sincere thanks to UNDP Regional Project Manager in Barbados and the Dominic Project Manager, which ensured implementation of all activities, including purchasing materials, training technicians, and guiding installations. Although this is the first time we cooperated in Dominica, there has been 40 years history in cooperation between China and the UNDP. I expect our mutual cooperation will continue in the future. Then I would like to thank the Cuban and the Venezuela governments for their crucial support to this project. I would also like to thank NGOs and volunteers like Engineers Without Borders for the intense involvement and the great contribution. Last but not least, I would like to thank the Dominica government, which played an important role as a coordinator between aforementioned parties. Thanks a lot. The Chinese government and the people we always stand with Dominic, and do our best to help Dominica build the first climate resilient country in the world. Today, I shall tell everybody that we will add concrete roofs and hurricane-proof doors and windows for the China Aid new national hospital. Actually, the first complete buildings of the new national hospital, the roofs is not concrete, but also the roofs of these two buildings stand the test of the Hurricane Maria. It's no damage at all. So even that, we will, in the future, all the buildings in the hospital will change it into concrete roofs. So for the double safe. So this is what I can tell you. Actually, the two buildings, already finished in the hospital. The roof is completely safe. Not the concrete roof. It's the normal roof. So even that, we will change all the buildings in the hospital. We will change the concrete roofs and the hurricane-proof windows and the doors. And also, I should say, the Chinese government granted projects are very, very good qualities. For instance, the Newtown Primary Schools. This is the Chinese government granted project. So the Newtown Primary Schools also stand the test of the Hurricane Maria. It's no damage at all. And also the York Valley Bridge. The York Valley Bridge also Chinese government granted project. It's also stand the test of the Hurricane Maria. It's no damage at all. So which will ensure the hospital keeping safe during the attack of hurricane in the future. In addition, with regard to the West Coast Road Rehabilitation Project, the modern laboratory for the test of the hardness, strength, and the water seepage condition of the cement, concrete, and other materials has been established. So we, concerning the West Coast Road, we have a very, very scientific and comprehensive study for all the concrete and all the cements. Moreover, in order to increase the flood resistance capacity of the bridges, the foundation piles of the bridge will go deep into 20 meters. The piles will go into the 20 meters, around the 7-story buildings high, you see. So, and 1.5 meters in diameter will be built for the piles and the stakes of the bridge. So after the completion of the bridge, even all the roads washed away, I think the bridge will stay there. The bridge will stay there. So you are not to be afraid of the bridge will wash away in the future on the West Coast Road. After the completion of this project, all the bridge will stay there, even the road washed away. So this is because last week or 2 weeks ago, I heard of that the bridge was washed away near the Portsmouth. So that's I hope in the future, no bridge will wash away in the future after the completion. Yeah. Because it's the piles of the bridge were 20 meters deep into the ground. It's very, very tough. And last month, China also opened up the Hong Kong, Zhuhai, Macau bridge. It's the very, very long bridge, about 50 kilometers long bridge. This bridge is not built on the land, it's in the sea, across the sea from Zhuhai to Hong Kong and Hong Kong to Macau. So about 50 meters. So this bridge is built as most difficult in the world bridge. So 50 kilometers long from the south to the north of the island, the long bridge, and also built in the sea. So China, I think we are confident that we can build the bridge is very, very stable and very, very tough and in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, as countries in the world closely interlinked with each other, nowadays We definitely need cooperation, not isolation. When addressing various challenges, China calls on the people of all countries to work together to build a community with a shared future for mankind, to build an open, inclusive, clean, and beautiful world that enjoys lasting peace, world security, and common prosperity. We look forward to working together with all countries, including Dominica, the United Nations, and other international organizations to create a better world. Thank you very much. Best wishes to you.